Why am I screwing this up? This should be easy. You know that feeling of dread when you go to that mailbox expecting the bills that you owe money to? Or just opening up your email account to find out that you owe people more money? I'm Eric with Leadership Developed. This week, we're going to talk about facing the brutal facts. Something that was coined by Jim Collins in his book, Good to Great. Understand why it's important for you as a leader to face these brutal facts and to make your group successful. While I have your attention, hey, do me a favor. Hey, hit that like button. Also, hit subscribe. Help us spread our message to other growing leaders. That dread, it doesn't just wear on you as a leader. It wears on everyone, the whole organization, the whole team, because nobody's addressed it, and it just hangs over you, and it will not go away just because you ignore it. In Jim Collins' book, it was the mindset of the leader who was able to take what was considered a brick wall and change it into a road bump. How? They were able to go to identify the problem, create possible solutions, or pick a solution and execute it. By facing the brutal facts, they were able to get that out of the way and not let it hang on over them, making them less successful. For me as a leader, if I don't face those brutal facts, they just hang on me and they just make the whole group miserable. We had this problem with an aircraft that needed to be addressed, but we just didn't want to take the time to sit down and figure out what's wrong with it. We just wanted to keep it off in the corner. According to the Marine Corps, that's not good to have an aircraft sitting in the corner not flying. So we eventually had to take a day in which we sat down to diagnose what was the problem. Once we've addressed the problem, we made a list of all the things that we needed to do to overcome this hurdle, to make this aircraft fly. By sitting down as a leadership team, we identified all the things that we had to do to go step by step, phase by phase, to be able to bring this aircraft out of the hangar and at least get the engine started. This took us about a good 5 weeks of just rebuilding this aircraft from parts to come in and be able to get it into an operational mode. Now, trust me, of all my troubleshooters, not one of them were really eager to get in that aircraft. So as the leader, it was my responsibility to go into that aircraft to make sure that we find every solution that is needed to make that thing operational. I had to lead by example. Once I showed trust and courage that this aircraft will work, no matter how ugly and smelly it got, we were going to make this aircraft fly. And those 5 weeks were really painful as a leader. It was painful as a maintenance department. But we overcame it. Why? Because we actually took the time to face the brutal fact, to address it, to take on the challenge, and get it behind us so we can be more successful. Once we completed that challenge, that allowed us to be able to free up our time to work on smaller problems and move forward faster. Otherwise, by having that thing sitting there, we found ourselves picking at it a little at a time, going nowhere while taking precious time away from what was helping us get our day-to-day operations as a fixing and flying aircraft. So for you, face those brutal facts. Your organization can't move forward or cannot springboard until you address it, challenge it, and put it behind you. I'm Eric Landblom. If you get a chance, click that subscribe button. Also, if you missed yesterday's video as we're talking through the mindset of a leader to be successful, it's right here. Give that a click. Otherwise, you want to know what I'm passionate about? Check it out right here. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. That's right. That was terrible. All right.